sandwich between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They start on the ground with Elliott to about the 33-yard line. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Prescott from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Off the play fake. Strong. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Hey, kill!
On third down, it's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Strong. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On the option to give to Taylor here. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Hey, 47!
Prescott down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Second down and 3. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First and 10 here. And you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And that one into the hands of Washington downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing, Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 6. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Guys, dig deep. Here we go.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
With Taylor. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Strong. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken at about the 36. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. One of the Jets sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On third down, Elliott. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw on second down. Strong. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down. Strong. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Rodrigo Blankenship and the Colts field goal unit comes on. Made his first. This now for 42 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an intercept. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the return will stop right around the 25. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of him. Nope.
Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Prescott. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
from the red zone now. Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Prescott to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. He's at the 50. 30. 10, 5, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Blankenship out for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Colts 34, Cowboys 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Off the play fake, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. And they take a knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence and made it happen for a victory.
So for Indianapolis, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.